Profit is protest is evolving. A new rhythm, a deeper revolution. The ground beneath this space has been humming for a while. 300 posts, 300 spells, 300 ways you and I have been cultivating a field worthy of our next becoming. You've been reading, integrating, unraveling, and rebuilding. I've been writing as if each paragraph were a seed with your name etched into its shell. Every article a quiet invitation, every audio drop a threshold. And now the seasons shift. The work wants a wider breath. The magic wants a slower exhale. The miracle wants more room to reveal itself in its own timing. And this evolution is devotion to your nervous system, to your integration, to the pace at which real transformation takes root. So Profit is Protest enters a new cadence. 3 articles and 3 audio drops each week. A rhythm that honors the incubation, the uprising, and the quiet thunder of your transformation. Every word deserves space to settle into your cells. Every teaching deserves time to deepen its roots. Every revelation deserves its own season. You're not building a business through urgency. You're building a life through rhythm. And this space wants to move with you. The ecosystem we're building, accountability as a pillar. Very early in this journey, I wrote and shared an audio drop called The Soulful Architecture of Equitable Offers. The kind of offers that expand collective capacity without closing the gates behind the teacher. That teaching still stands. It is the spine of this evolution. The free tier of Profit is Protest, the articles, the audio drops, the invitations into your own power remind the beating heart of this movement. This is where the ideas spread, where the nervous system softens, where the reclamation begins. This is where accessibility lives. This is where transformation becomes communal rather than transactional. Financial liberation expands when everyone has a seat at the table of transformation. This space was built for that. This space stays devoted to that. Readers from every income level, every season, every identity walk into a room of meaning and leave changed. The free tier is a public square, a sanctuary, a spark, and it stays exactly that. A paid tier now takes its place inside the ecosystem, not as a wall, but as a deeper room in the same house. The foundation remains open and thriving, while more intimate support becomes available for those ready to anchor their practice in community and guidance. Every article remains accessible. Every audio drop remains public. The teachings stay in the light where they belong. This tier rises because movements endure when their leaders are resourced, rested, and supported. The paid tier expands the architecture through monthly group coaching, weekly EFT sessions to regulate your nervous system, widen your capacity, and amplify your receiving, and a monthly digest collecting the most potent teachings so that the wisdom becomes embodied rather than consumed and forgotten. This is how a sustainable model breathes. The free tier ignites the transformation. The paid tier deepens it. Both are part of the same garden. Both nourish the movement you are building inside of your life and your work. Both honor accessibility while generating the long-term stability required for world-shaping change. You shaped this evolution with every insight you shared, every question you asked, every way you let this work live inside of your life. Your business has seasons, and this space does too. And this new rhythm opens the next blossom. What 300 plus posts have actually been doing. Every article we've shared has been a form of cultivation. Some loosened the soil, some pulled the weeds, some composted the old stories you've been carrying in your pocket like loose change. Some planted seeds when you thought you were just being entertained. This next season is not a beginning, it is a sprouting. The moment when the roots whisper to the surface, I'm coming. A business reveals itself in layers, a life especially, and the rhythm we're stepping into honors that truth. The season you're in. Consider the ground you've been preparing. Those late night reckonings, those brave decisions, those tiny pivots, those bold declarations whispered just before dawn. All of it shaped the soil beneath your next chapter. There is a season for preparing the ground. There is a season for planting. There is a season for tending, the guarding, the weeding, the staking, the steady devotion that keeps the dream upright. And then the bloom. Becoming moves through every one of those phases. A seed transforms the moment it chooses to stop being a seed. You felt that moment. You might be inside of it right now. The moment you whisper to yourself, I am creating the conditions where my bloom becomes inevitable. This is your season of aligned tending. This is where your work rises to meet you. Your timing is intelligence, and your bloom is strategy. Consider what part of your work is germinating beneath the surface. Consider the field you've been preparing through every brave conversation, every risk, every offer, every release. Consider the seed within you that is already swelling with direction. What season is speaking to you now? What tending calls for your devotion? What seed within you is ready to abandon its old shape and arise? Ask yourself, where in my business am I being asked to choose evolution? What conditions am I cultivating for the version of me that's prepared to bloom? What rhythms would allow my next chapter to root more deeply? Your timing is immaculate, your field is ready, and this space remains a constant, a place where your work, your rhythm, and your rise are honored. Daily affirmations. I know the truth pulsing through me ignites everything it touches. I see the future bending towards my brilliance with unshakable devotion. I speak in a frequency that reshapes rooms and summons what is mine. I love the power, the pleasure, and the prosperity coursing through my becoming. I do my work with a heat that awakens new worlds inside me. I feel the surge of expansion rising through my body like destiny remembered. I am the flame, the fertile ground, and the bloom, all at once. Postscript. Profit is protest, and so is choosing a rhythm that honors your becoming. This evolution strengthens your foundation, widens your reach, and creates a sustainable, accessible ecosystem for every rebel-hearted creator called to unreasonably resourced living.